When was the last time you looked at yourself? Not just glanced in the mirror, but really looked and asked, am I truly living the life I want? Not the life others expect of me. Not the life society applauds, but the life that resonates deep within my soul? Carl Jung, one of the most insightful minds in modern psychology, left behind a powerful truth, that real freedom begins when you choose yourself. And yet most people never do. We live in a world meticulously designed to divert our attention. From the moment we wake up, we are pulled into a vortex of noise, expectations and tasks, jobs, relationships, bills, emails, one after another demanding our energy, until we forget who we really are. But here's the reality very few dare to acknowledge. Every time you put someone else's expectations ahead of your own truth, you send a message to yourself that you don't matter, that your desires, your instincts, your very essence are less important. You silence the inner compass that is trying desperately to lead you home. Jung believed our unconscious mind isn't just a mysterious part of us, it's foundational. It holds our dreams, our traumas, our truths, and yet most people avoid it. Because facing the unconscious isn't comfortable. It's raw. It shakes the foundation of who we think we are. That unsettling feeling you sometimes get, that gnawing discomfort. You can't explain, that's not random. That's your soul whispering, begging you to listen, begging you to change direction. Ask yourself honestly, how many decisions have you made recently that were rooted in fear? Fear of judgment? Fear of rejection? Fear of stepping outside the safety net? Carl Jung understood that fear-driven choices create disconnection, not just from others, but from your own spirit. But choosing yourself isn't about becoming selfish. It's about becoming whole. This is what self-love truly means. Not pampering yourself or avoiding responsibility. It means honoring your truth. And when you do, everything begins to shift. The right people appear, the wrong ones fall away. Life starts flowing, not grinding, but in order to get there, you must confront the parts of yourself you've hidden. Jung called this the shadow, the traits we deny, the thoughts we're ashamed of, the desires we suppress, and yet, within that darkness lies the seed of transformation. Only by embracing our shadow do we access our full power. Integrating your shadow isn't easy. It requires time, honesty, and emotional courage, but in return, you gain clarity, purpose, inner peace that no external chaos can disrupt. You learn to say no without guilt, to walk away from what no longer serves you, not with anger, but with certainty. Most people never reach this point. They stay stuck in cycles, afraid to let go. They convince themselves that clinging to what's familiar is safer than embracing the unknown. But Jung showed us the opposite, that change is not a punishment, it's a portal, a gateway into a deeper, more authentic life. Let go of what no longer fits. Trust that what's ahead is not only better, but truer. So what are you still holding on to? What relationships, habits, or beliefs are you clinging to because of fear, not truth? Yes, letting go may feel like a loss, but staying in a place that suffocates your spirit is the greater tragedy. Choosing yourself is not betrayal, it's liberation. For too long, we've been told that putting ourselves first is wrong. That self-sacrifice is noble. But what good is sacrifice if it leaves you empty, resentful, or lost? When you finally choose yourself, really choose, you unlock something remarkable. Your energy shifts. You stop attracting what drains you. You start magnetizing what empowers you. Carl Jung called this synchrony. Those seemingly random events that start aligning perfectly with your intentions. Suddenly people show up at the right moment. Doors open without force. Life starts responding to your authenticity. But before any of that happens, you must be radically honest with yourself. Sometimes choosing yourself means admitting you've spent years living someone else's dream, that you've made choices out of guilt, that you've allowed others to cross lines because you didn't believe your boundaries mattered. This isn't about judgment. It's about awakening, a chance to start again, but this time from a place of truth. Authenticity is not a destination. It's a practice. And like all meaningful practices, it will be tested. You will face resistance, doubts, triggers. The old version of you will try to pull you back into the comfort of conformity. But real growth lives beyond comfort. Jung said that transformation is born in the tension between who you are and who you could be. Yes, people might walk away. Yes, you may be misunderstood. But that's part of the process. You're not here to be understood by everyone. You're here to live in truth. And when you choose yourself, your relationships evolve. You stop chasing validation. You stop watering down your truth to keep others comfortable. You create space for real connection with those who love you, not despite your truth, but because of it. Jung believed that the world outside us is a projection of our inner state. If your world feels chaotic, start by exploring your own inner disconnection. If you experience constant rejection, ask yourself, where am I rejecting myself? When you accept yourself fully, unapologetically, the world begins to mirror that back to you. The transformation starts small, a boundary held, a no voiced, a truth spoken. But those small moments compound into something unstoppable. And still, the journey won't be perfect. There will be days when you feel lost, when your old patterns resurface, when you wonder if you're moving backward. But hear this, healing is not linear. Doubt is not defeat. These moments are not signs of failure. They are signs that you are doing the deep work. The world may not always celebrate your decision to choose yourself. It may call you selfish, dramatic, difficult. But remember, the world has no idea what your soul has endured. Only you do. And if you don't choose yourself, who will? You cannot give what you do not have. If your well is dry, your energy scattered, your peace compromised, then what are you truly offering others? When you choose yourself, you stop pouring from an empty cup. You begin giving from overflow. And the people who receive that version of you, the real you, are the ones who deserve to stay. Start by asking, which relationships make you feel alive and which leave you drained? Which commitments fill your heart and which are simply obligations tied to fear? You are not here to be everything to everyone. You are here to be fully, wholly, unapologetically yourself. As you make this choice, your intuition grows louder. That inner voice, once buried under noise, begins to guide you again. Jung described intuition as the soul's language. You don't have to explain it or prove it. You only need to trust it. But to hear it clearly, you must silence the noise of the outside world. Turn down the volume of public opinion. Let go of the obsession with fitting in. Reclaim the quiet where your soul can finally speak. When you do this, something powerful happens. You send a signal not just to your unconscious, but to the universe, I am ready. And the universe listens. Opportunities arise. Serendipities occur. Life begins to feel less like survival and more like flow. But none of this happens by accident. It begins with one decision: to choose yourself. This isn't just your personal awakening, it's a ripple. Every time you live from your truth, you give others permission to do the same. You light the way, not with perfection, but with presence. Carl Jung understood this ripple effect deeply. When one person heals, grows, and becomes authentic, the collective shifts. And that's how we change the world. Not by force, but by being whole. Remember, the journey won't always be steady. You will stumble. You will question. But every moment of doubt is also a doorway. A chance to go deeper, to realign, to grow stronger. You are not alone. The path to authenticity may feel solitary, but you'll find others along the way. Those who speak your soul's language. Those who are also waking up. When you meet them, you'll know. Maybe this video is that first sign, that whisper from the universe, that nudge to begin, or to begin again. Everything you've been searching for outside, belonging, purpose, peace, it's always been within. So ask yourself now, what part of me have I ignored for too long? What dream, desire, or truth have I buried just to be accepted? What would happen if I chose myself today? This moment, right now, is your invitation to reconnect, to realign, to remember who you are. Because when you choose yourself, truly choose yourself, you don't just change your life. You become a light for others to find their way home too.